Good afternoon, YouTube. GarageBoys here once again. Today's procedure is a motor mount removal on our patient, which is a 2009 Nissan Altima. This procedure will work for any 07 to 2012 Nissan Altima. Now let's move on to the operation table. Okay guys, let's get dirty. There's the operation table. It's a 2.5 engine, as you can see. Our surgery is gonna start here on this side. We're just gonna replace two of the motor mounts, which is gonna be this two, which is the most common. They have issues. You can even open the hood and just see how the rubber and everything is just broken. That's that. And then on this one, you can see how it actually is not even holding it. The symptoms that our patient is having is that the engine just vibrates and makes a really awful noise when you're driving. There's another motor mount on this side. If you follow me, you can remove this cover right here, just like this, and take this off, and you can see the other motor mount that's down there. You can see it right away, but it's in good shape. We don't have to replace it. And then there's another motor mount, the fourth one, which is right in the back at the bottom. If you search on YouTube, people access it through the tire. You just have to remove the tire and go in there. But for now, we're just gonna remove this too, because it's gonna solve our issue. Very simple. You're gonna need, our instruments are going to be a size 18 socket and a couple of 13s. And we'll show you as we go. What we're gonna do first is we're gonna place a jack with a 2x4 underneath, because we wanna hold the engine at this height. The motor mounts hold the engine, that's their purpose. Once we remove them, the engine is gonna kind of move down or fall, so we have to make sure it's in place. So we're gonna put a jack underneath, right on the engine, and hold it at this location. Just don't put a lot of pressure, don't lift the car up, just hold it at that location, and then we'll move on. Okay guys, I don't have a 2x4, but I recommend you put a 2x4 between the car and the jack. But I just put it right there in the oil pan. Again, you're not racing it, you're just holding it in place. Make sure you don't mess up your oil pan, so just watch out. I'm also gonna show you the motor mounts purchased on Amazon. I think there was 50 bucks for all three of them, but I'm just gonna use two. I'm gonna put a link down below in the description if you wanna buy them. They'll get the job done. They're not the best out there, but they're not bad either. So, okay, let's move on to our operation. All right, guys, first we're gonna take off this cover. So it's gonna be these 3 bolts. You can use an Allen key for that. I'm using this. It's a very simple process. Once you take it off, just, there we go. You can use one of those little Allen keys. I think it's a size 5. Once you take them off, just pull it. There's a clip holding it, so you're just gonna pop it out, but just take those 3 off, and I'll show you what to do next. All right guys, so now that we removed that cover, we're gonna go ahead and remove this bolt right here. It's a size 18. We're gonna use a little extension like this, and you're gonna have to use a lot of strain because those are really strong in there. So we're gonna put that in there and remove it. And then we're gonna go ahead and take this ones off. They're 16, it's 1, 2, 3, and 4 of them. They're size 16. And we're gonna remove this little bracket so that we can get to the motor mount. After we do that, we're gonna go ahead and remove this motor mount. So we're gonna do both kind of like at the same time. This one, we're gonna have to remove these 2 bolts right here. They're size 13. That will give us a little space so we can move this up and get access to this one. And that one right there, which is also 18. So let's just take off this bracket first. So this is 16s, 4 of them, and that's a size 18. You're gonna have to put a lot of strain, so if you're using your ratchet, make sure you put a pipe so you can have more strength, okay? So let me do that and I'll show you what to do next. All right guys, we remove those bolts and the nuts. These 2 are extra long ones, which are this ones, and then these 2 on the side are small ones, which are those. Obviously you can't get those confused. When we remove them, the engine fell a little bit, so make sure you jack it up a little bit again and kind of put it back in place, which I'm gonna do that in just a second. And then this whole piece just comes out. Put it on the side because you're gonna use it again after you do the installation. And now you have some more space. All right guys, so now we're gonna go ahead and remove that bolt over there. It's a size 18, as we mentioned before. You're gonna have to use a wrench, which as you can see here, and there's a lot of strength involved. So you can, if you can add a pipe to the wrench and give you more leverage, or just use your strength. That's a size 18. You can, the power steering bottle, you can lift it up just like that and kind of move it around. Don't do a lot. It's the hoses are connected. Don't disconnect the hoses, it's not necessary, but you can lift that up and move it So like whenever you loosen it up right now, you don't have to move it, but once it's loose, you remove it so you can take out the bolt from there. I will say use a ratchet, but the extensions, there's no space, so you have to do it with a wrench. Just remove that, and as everything goes, you'll see the engine is kind of loose, but remember your jack is at the bottom, holding everything in place. Let's remove that, and then we move on to this too, so we can have access to that one. Okay guys, we removed that bolt, and as you can see, it just broke the whole motor mount. They're very crappy and they don't last long. I'm talking even about the original ones. I heard and I seen cars with 45,000 miles, 50,000 miles, and having this same condition on their motor mounts. It's just a really bad design by Nissan. We're gonna remove this one now. It's a size 18. We did it with a wrench. You can loosen it out, but at the end of the day, the bolt is so long, as you can see it coming all the way, that you need to remove this too. They're size 13, so we're gonna remove them. They're size 13. Remove those out so you can have some space. Fold this a little bit to the back and you can remove that bolt. So let's go ahead and remove that, and then this piece will be loose. We can replace that. But after we remove that, we're just gonna go ahead and do this one first, and then we do everything backwards. All right guys, so we removed those size 13s on top, and we removed that, but see how you can see it's not coming out. Just place a flat hit on the side and kind of lower that up on the side, and then it comes straight out. There you go. That's what you need to do. Not a big deal, very simple. So now that you remove that, you can just pull that out, and as you can see the condition of it. So that's one down, one more to go. So let's continue our journey. All right guys, now that we removed that, and quick note, whenever you're putting it back, notice this flat side here, this 90-degree angle, that's gonna be pointing up. So whenever you put it back again, it's gonna be like this, okay? Quick note. Anyways, come back here, come down here. There's 3 bolts, they're size 16. It's 1 there, 2 there, and then 3 right there. I'm sure you can see it. There you go, 3 right there. They're size 16. You may want to use an extension because they're down deep. It's very simple. Just remove those. I'm going to remove those and then tell you what else you have to do. Remember that you can move the power steering bottle. It has a little bit of flexibility to the sides, so keep that in mind. They're size 16, like I mentioned before. These 2 are very long, and then this one is a smaller size, about this length. Now that we remove that, it's completely loose, but to take it off, you gotta make some space. Just remove this bottle. It's a quick size 10 bolt right there. We're gonna go ahead and remove it. Once you remove it, it's gonna give you some access here and some space, as you can see. I'm gonna use both of my hands, but you can take this whole bottle and push it to the side, just like that. There you go. And I'm gonna just go ahead and take this off from here. Okay. So I'm gonna use both of my hands, but just play with it, and it's gonna come out through this side. You can move this to the side, and remember you can move the power steering. Okay. So remove that, and then we're gonna put it back on the new parts. Whenever you put everything back, just do exactly the same process we did. Don't just focus on one. So do one motor mount. Do that motor mount, then do this, and then come back to this one, and then finish that one. Just the same way we did it. If you like this video, please subscribe, give us a like. I'm sure it helped you. It's a very common problem. And we try to be as specific as possible, as detailed as possible with everything. So that's our old motor mount. Yeah, it's in really bad shape. You can tell it's in bad shape by the condition that this one, they're both together, they work the same. When one goes out, the other one goes out. So just put everything back. Please subscribe. And notice that if I push down on the car, maybe you can't tell, but if I push down on the car, the engine goes up because the engine is being held by the jack at the moment. So if you need to move anything, just you can push down on the car, or just graduate the jack so you can put the engine up or down so you can put everything back in place. But thanks for watching, guys. Please subscribe. Have a great day. Bye. Hey guys, quick note before you leave. When putting this motor mount, keep in mind that you can move the engine around. As you can see, I'm moving the engine. If you put pressure on the car, it also moves the engine, so you can align those bolts. And also don't put one all the way in. Leave one loose and then the other one loose, and kind of both tighten them up at the same time. Don't put one all the way and then try and put the other one, because you're gonna have a hard time. So just hold them in position, the bolts, and then slowly put one and then the other. Same with the rest. Just do one bolt halfway through and then do the other one and then the other. Okay guys, that was the last tip. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe.